Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the rainy Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be the clearer you see them, the smaller they become. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So I'm referring to the narcissist. The clearer you see them, the more clarity that arrives in your mind and your perception and how you actually see them, the smaller they become. You see, the narcissist is a master manipulator. What they wanted to do was to get you in that relationship with them, to keep you stuck, to keep you trapped, to keep you thinking about them, to keep you pining for them and wondering if they will change. Can they change? Was the relationship your fault? Did you give enough? Should you have given more? Was all this baggage yours? They want you asking all of these questions. And what the narcissist wants to do most times is they do not want you to break the chains of the narcissistic abusive cycle. They want to keep you trapped thinking about the good times, thinking about what you did or what you could have done or what you may have done in the future. And this is where the narcissist thrives. The narcissist is a master manipulator, and what they want to do is take unsuspecting people, beautiful, bright, shining lights, if you will, beautiful, positive people, maybe even empaths, and they want to turn them to the dark side. They want to turn them to the side where the narcissist exists, which is that low vibrational state, lower than your shoe. Now, when you finally see the narcissist for who they are, that's when you wrap your head around the fact that you were taken advantage of. You were tricked, you were trapped, and you were placed in an area called the narcissistic fog. And this is where you were existing. This is when you became a shell of yourself. This is when you lost your identity to the narcissist. This is when you were doing things you never thought you would do, saying things you never thought you would say, experiencing toxicity to the levels that you didn't know a human could not only tolerate, but another human being could do. All of these things are where the narcissist wanted to keep you. And the whole time the narcissist was keeping you placed in the narcissistic fog, or the devaluation stage, they were working on getting your replacement, a new supply. They were working on keeping you trapped. They were financially abusing you, emotionally abusing you, spiritually abusing you, maybe even physically abusing you at times. But this is what the narcissist wants. You see, the narcissist is a shapeshifter, and they will portray or claim to be somebody outside to the general public. And this is where usually the narcissist gets a whole different level of supply, because they are fooling and manipulating anybody that is believing in the mask. That is one part. The other part is when you go home. When you were in the relationship with the narcissist, living under the same roof, that's when you saw the mask slip over and over and over again. And that's where the narcissist would inflict most of their damage upon you. This is where you experience gaslighting, the silent treatment, ghosting, rage fits, triangulation, mirroring, projection. You were caught up in the trauma bond. You were in a place that you didn't know how you got there. You didn't know it existed, and you didn't know that another person could actually know what they're doing and have the ability to manipulate someone into believing what their words were. That's what the narcissist does. Consider the narcissist as a puppet master and as a person who was pulling the strings of you and of the relationship and of anything that mattered to you. That is why so frequently on the channel, I strongly suggest for people to go no contact, block the narcissist, delete them, remove them, and all flying monkeys. If you can't do that, utilize Gray Rock. Simply become dull and boring, but get off the radar of the narcissist. Now, I understand it's not that easy. But what I will share with you is this. The further you get away from the narcissist, meaning space, time, proximity, communication avenues that are closed, the further you get away from the narcissist, the more your clarity will return, the more your health will return, the more your mindset will return, the more your energy will return. And this will not happen overnight. It will happen over time. But the further you get away from the narcissist, the more these things and so many more return back to you. Now, on the channel, I say so frequently that you are a beautiful, bright, shining light, that you're not a source of supply, because that's true. The narcissist looks at people as supply sources. The narcissist looks at people as opportunities. The narcissist wants to weaponize your empathy, your love, your compassion, your caring, your determination, drive, your resilience, your focus. They want to weaponize that all against you, which is what they do until when? That's right, until they can't any longer. So what the narcissist was doing was taking the best they could from you and returning you with absolutely nothing. They wanted to steal that beautiful, bright, shining light that exudes from within you and outside of you. And they wanted to capture you for that period of time, which was the length of the relationship, and they wanted to trade places with you. They wanted you to be the sounding board. They wanted you to be the walking apology and the unpaid helper, etc. And they wanted you to feel bad about doing it. They wanted you to feel guilty. They wanted you to feel that you weren't doing enough in the relationship. Well, the truth of the matter is you were doing everything and more. And it was the narcissist who was doing nothing or less than nothing. You see, the narcissist is a parasite, and they need a host. They need someone to catapult them through life for a period of time, which may have been a couple of years, maybe it was a month, maybe it was a lifetime, who knows. But the narcissist is a sinking ship, and they need supply sources, they need fuel sources. In other words, they need people to believe in the mask, to believe in the words of the narcissist, and to put themselves low on the vibration, low on the totem pole, and to elevate the narcissist high up on the pedestal. This is why you must run for the hills from the narcissist. You must get away from them as far as you possibly can, and you must not give them other opportunities or other chances. Because every time you go back to the narcissist, let's talk about blocking, unblocking for a quick moment. If you're playing the blocking, unblocking game, I get it. It's not a pleasant place to be, to feel compelled to have the narcissist unblocked, but yet when they are unblocked, they give you a call or text you and pepper you with abuse, and then you go back, you block them again. And this is a very pivotal place to be. But if you're playing the blocking, unblocking game, you must realize by now that each and every time you unblock the narcissist, it gives them fuel, it gives them supply, it makes them feel important, it makes them feel powerful, and you are giving your power away to the energy vampire, i.e. the narcissist. So when you finally do block them or go no contact, etc., most, if not all of these things will return to you, but they will return to you in time, in your time, but it will take a lot of time for your resources to return. But when they do, they will return 1,000-fold. Because what you did when you were in that relationship is you gave everything to a fault. Maybe you were a people pleaser. Maybe you were a yes person. Maybe you couldn't say no, the strongest word in the English language. And maybe the narcissist took fully advantage of this and they knew who you were. And of course, that's what happened. But once you finally go no contact, or once you finally get the light bulb message or the light bulb moment, and you say to yourself, wait, I'm starting to understand this. This person doesn't love. They don't care about me. They only care about what I provided for them. They won't change. They won't introspect. They can't grow. They will never be accountable. And they continue to stay stuck in that loop, in the narcissistic abusive cycle. And they want me stuck and or trapped there with them. They want me thinking that I can help them. They want me being blamed or being believing their victimness, that I should be elevating them or being there for them. Well, all of this is not real. It's the trauma bond. It's something that needs to be broken. I broke it. If I broke it, you can break it. But the point being is you need to go no contact, and you need to get clarity back in your mind. So let's say you have blocked the narcissist for a period of time and you're really getting the message. Well, you understand now that your mind is not only a beautiful and powerful thing, but you're now focusing on different things than you were focusing on when you were in the relationship with the narcissist. Because when you were with them, you were doing everything they wanted you to do. You were picking up their dry cleaning, you were paying their bills, you were putting a roof over their head, you were raising the kids, you were paying for Amazon, you were doing everything you possibly could, but your life got put on hold. Now, once that disappears, i.e. the relationship is over, and no matter how it ended, my heart goes out to you. But when it ends, there's a huge void that needs to be filled, and that's where a lot of the healing takes place. That void must be filled by you, for you, and to benefit you. You will be thinking about the narcissist many times during this void, because with all the drama and the confusion and chaos that has now disappeared or dissipated literally overnight, you have to fill that void. And that's what we all have to do on the healing path. But eventually your mind will get back and your clarity will return, and you will realize that, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm starting to feel good. I'm starting to feel like myself. And I can't believe I stayed in that relationship. How did I get it in that relationship? How did I get here? How did I actually make it through that relationship? Well, these questions and so many more will be answered by you, and it will take a lot of time. That's why I strongly suggest during one-on-one sessions and virtually in every video, you're going to need to heal childhood wounds. You're going to need to journal. You're going to need to meditate, see a therapist, watch videos, write. You're going to have to slow your life down and stay within your means and stay within the cocoon of boundaries, which is where most of this healing will take place. You shouldn't be out on dating apps. You shouldn't be out forcing social events. You shouldn't be saying yes to attend holiday functions if you don't feel like doing it. You really need to process things. And the more you process about the narcissistic relationship and other relationships, the more the clarity will return to you. And when it returns, what happens? Well, the behemoth, the juggernaut, the narcissist who was so important in your life for the length of that relationship, they shrink and they become small. And they become smaller and smaller and smaller. And as they become smaller, you begin to rise, you begin to elevate, you begin to rise through the ashes like a phoenix, dust yourself off, put yourself back together and heal. And the stronger you get, the smaller the narcissist gets. The smaller the narcissist gets, the smaller their voice plays in your mind. The less their voice plays in your mind, the more powerful you become. And eventually, after you figure out that the narcissist never had your best interest at heart back then, they don't now, they won't in the future, and they can't change. They just want to keep people stuck in that low vibrational state where they exist. But once you realize that, then you understand, wait a minute, I need to get out of this. This is not good. This is my life. This is not improving. I need to get away from these people. And I do mean plural, because the narcissist is everywhere. But when your clarity returns, then you realize that, wait, you do have a voice. Yes, you do matter. Yes, you do count. Yes, there are people that do love you. And that, yes, you can do whatever you want to on this planet called Earth. You see, the narcissist was a huge roadblock in your life. They encountered you, they met you, they figured out what made you tick. They learned about your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations, your ability to love, your ability to do good things for people without expecting anything in return. They sized you up and they said, okay, this person's a clean slate, maybe even an empath. I can take an awful lot from them, and that's what I will do, but I'll do it slowly. I will insidiously take as much as I can from them, which again includes your money, your relationships, your belief in humanity, your health, your time, your assets, everything. I'll take whatever I can, and I'll keep that record playing around and around and around, and I'll keep this person, which was you, stuck in that loop of misery, stuck in that loop of manipulation, stuck thinking that you can actually help the narcissist and that they would be grateful and that they would be appreciative. They're not. The narcissist, to them, no good deed goes unpunished. They are the polar opposite of you. They are the darkness, you are the light. You're the beautiful, bright, shining light. They are the dark energy source who's trying to extinguish you. The narcissist is like a moth to a flame. When they see an empath or the kind of loving, stable person that you are, and you don't have the wisdom, you are in an extremely vulnerable position because you weren't taught Narcissism 101. Now, my hope is you're getting the wisdom, you're applying the tools that are provided for you on the channel and in the community, and you're realizing that you are the priority, that you come first, second, and third, and that there is no room in the life, on your life, for a narcissist or a toxic person. But when your clarity returns, these people become small. They become smaller than the tip of a pin or a needle. They become microscopic. And what do? They continue the charade, they continue the angle, they continue the smear campaign. They continue to believe that they're better than you and everybody else. Well, the thing is, the narcissist will always be looking for the next new shiny object. They'll be looking for the next new relationship, or to be recycling other relationships, former relationships that they had. That's why I strongly suggest to go no contact. But all these things I'm mentioning, when one day you wake up after you've healed or you're healing, and you wake up and you look and the sun is shining, the rain isn't there, the clouds have dissipated, the clarity is in your mind, the fog has lifted, and now you see things crystal clearly. When that day arrives, that is not a good day for the narcissist. That is a great day for you, because that's when you've reached the pinnacle of indifference, the mountaintop of indifference, where you no longer care about the narcissist or anybody from that period of time, because all the people that the narcissist surrounded themselves with, which include their immediate family, their relatives, their alleged friends, their colleagues, co-workers, hobby group members, and people in organizations and neighborhoods, etc. If none of those people checked in on you, and I'm sure they didn't, well, shame on them, number one, but shame on everybody, mainly the narcissist, for being such a toxic person and for trying to extinguish your beautiful, bright, shining light. But when you realize that you've reached to the pinnacle, or you've arrived at the mountaintop of indifference, that is rarefied air. That's where I am. That's where I'm reaching my arm and my hand down to pick you up and to get you up on top of that mountain. And there is room for so many of us, enough room for all of us in the community and all of the empathic people on the planet who have been abused by the narcissist. There is no room, and I repeat, no room for toxic people or the narcissist. And they know that. That's why they try to capture your beautiful, bright, shining light, because they don't want you to get to the pinnacle of indifference. They don't want you to arrive where you're supposed to be. They don't want you to fulfill your destiny and your calling. They want to keep you stuck down in the low vibrational state where they exist, because misery loves company. And if they can play a mind game with you and have you believing in their narrative and their mask and doing everything you can for them, being the unpaid helper, etc., and then they can actually get your replacement or other people to take your shoes, meaning the new supply, or plural. This is what fuels them. This is what elevates them. It's what drives them. They want to take away from as many people as they possibly can, and they want to steal anything they possibly can from people. And this is what the narcissist does. That's why the cycle will continue to exist as long as I'm on the planet. My hope is that you're getting the message, you're going no contact, you're blocking these people, etc. And my hope is the clarity has returned to you, or it is returning. But understand one thing, where you are now is not where you will be in 3 months, in 6 months, in 9 months. Continue moving forward, continue on the path, continue to believe in yourself, continue to understand that the narcissist does not, did not, and never will have your best interest at heart. Everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the rainy Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You are not alone. Remember that. You are not alone. God bless you all. I love you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Before I close the video, remember, clarity is huge post-narcissistic relationship. Because when you were in the relationship with the narcissist, you did not have clarity. You were walking around on eggshells. You were doing whatever the narcissist wanted you to do. You were putting out the fires that they were starting intentionally. You did not take care of your health, or your money, or your time, or your relationships, or your hobbies, or your job. You put everything on the side because you believed you were in the best relationship known to humankind. Well, we now know you are in the worst relationship known to humankind, and that's what the narcissist knew when they met you, but they didn't tell you who they were. So post-narcissistic relationship, after the dust has settled and the clarity has arrived, you need to really get as far away from these people as you possibly can and continue on the path moving forward. You are stronger than you know. I love you. God bless you. Here's a huge virtual heart for you. Continue on the path. I love you. God bless you. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.